On a stormy winter night, the city began to groan under the weight of a mysterious illness. Patients flooded the hospitals, suffering from high fever and persistent coughing. Doctors were baffled, unable to determine the cause of this rapidly spreading disease. Dr. Adam, one of the city's leading physicians, tried to calm the situation but knew deep down that something unusual was happening. The news began broadcasting warnings, urging people to stay home. However, in the city's marketplace, people ignored the alerts, continuing to gather in crowds, further exacerbating the situation. By the next morning, the city recorded its first death, and the streets grew eerily quiet. As the number of infections surged, a state of emergency was declared. Hospitals overflowed, and medical tents were set up in public squares. People wore masks, and some isolated themselves entirely. The sound of ambulance sirens became a constant background noise. Meanwhile, Dr. Adams' colleague, Dr. Sarah, was working tirelessly in a field hospital when she received a call informing her that her younger brother had fallen ill. Panic gripped her heart, but she resolved to continue her work, determined to find a cure before it was too late. In the meantime, rumors spread like wildfire. Some claimed the illness was caused by contaminated water, while others speculated it was the result of a failed scientific experiment. At the city's only operational research lab, Dr. Adam and his team of scientists worked tirelessly. After days of relentless effort, they discovered that the illness was caused by a genetically modified virus, the result of an accident at a research facility outside the city. A glimmer of hope emerged when they developed an experimental treatment. However, there was a major challenge. Mass producing the treatment required time and resources the city didn't have. The team resolved to work around the clock to produce enough for the most critical cases. After weeks of struggle, the experimental treatment began to work. The number of new cases dwindled and patients gradually recovered. People cautiously emerged from their homes, and the streets once again buzzed with life. At a press conference, Dr. Adams stood alongside Dr. Sarah, addressing the public about the importance of unity during crises. He said, "What happened here was not just an epidemic. It was a profound lesson for all of us about the value of cooperation, science, and responsibility."